Hello everyone. Last section, we have talked about the reform of Manchurian costume after entering the Shanghai Pass. Now let's continue to learn Western wind in Chinese styles. The Republic of China was a period of great changes in China's traditional costumes. First of all, the social unrest and the impact of the new culture. The feudal dress form has been abandoned. The Chinese dress culture entered an important period of eliminating the old system and breeding new civilization. Secondly, with the reform of the country's political system and foreign policy, the Western lifestyle and aesthetic concepts are becoming more and more popular. Chinese traditional dress style has been greatly impacted. The material, style, patterns, and tailoring methods of dress have all added Western factors. Let's first look at the alternation between the old and new costumes. On the one hand, the old habit of braiding hair and the cumbersome dressing system for men were abandoned, and on the other hand, the foot-binding custom that had bound the majority of Han women for hundreds of years was also abolished. As far as men are concerned, as early as the beginning of the Republic of China, the government issued the order of cutting hair that complied with the people's will. The forerunner of plait cutting at this time was the city officials and intellectuals, and the remote rural residents could not easily accept it. However, through continuous efforts, this 280 years old man's old habit of breeding has finally been eliminated. Compared with the abolition of the old habit of cutting breeding by men, the abolition of the bad habit of foot binding by women has made much slower progress. The Tianzu movement took place in the late Qing dynasty and further deepened in the Republic of China. The government departments took releasing foot and forbidding binding as an important task to implement. Shoes and socks will change after women put their feet on. The original bao shoes were replaced by Western-style leather shoes and cloth shoes. Women in big cities such as Shanghai have already put on high-heeled leather shoes. Now, let's move to the impact of Western culture. In the long feudal society, the development of China's clothing history basically depends on the inheritance of history, and the development wing is mainly written by court aristocrats. After the establishment of the Republic of China, China began horizontal exchanges with the West. This exchange affects all aspects of the society, especially the enthusiastic participation of the public. Horizontal exchange has made up for the deficiency of vertical inheritance and has promoted the whole society to form a modern fashion faster. After breaking the vertical historical inheritance, the horizontal communication with the West was encrypted. European and American garments began to enter the Chinese market in large quantities. Chinese national garments were affected. Suits, student suits, dresses, and so on became fashionable for a while. The traditional style of coat, length to knee, big sleeve, and skirt length to foot are gradually replaced by the style of coat length to waist and skirt length to knee. The loose, straight, and simple shape is gradually changed to the slim shape that can reflect the curve. Influenced by foreign culture, the broad and straight gown for Manchu ladies in the late Qing dynasty gradually evolved into an improved cheongsam with narrow cuffs and tight waistline, with Chinese characteristics in the Republic of China. The combination of Chinese and Western has become a common design. Robes, suit pants, hat, and leather shoes are popular costumes in the Little Republic of China and a successful combination of Chinese and Western styles. They not only do not lose national charm, but also add natural and unrestrained atmosphere. They are refined and smart, and are very representative men's costumes in this period. In 1926, the Liang You, Good Friends, has published a picture of Zhang Lingtao's women's new clothes in autumn. The traditional upper coat and lower trousers were all replaced by Western-style plackets, consisting of a placket and buttonholes. These exchanges have brought diversified development to women's clothing and become an inexhaustible source for the rapid modernization of Chinese women's clothing. As the fashion center of the country at that time, the famous women's clothing shop in Shanghai are the Hongxiang Women's Suit Shop on Jing'an Temple Road and Hengsheng Shop on Sichuan Road. These shops usually adopt the form of shop on the front and factory at back. The shop is in the front, and the salesperson is responsible for receiving customers, measuring the size, and negotiating the price. At the end of the business, the salesperson handed over the business to the tailors in the back room, who made it. This is actually a kind of Aguju style. Hongxiang and Hengsheng represent a large number of famous Hongbang stores at that time, winning the reputation of wearing in Shanghai. The fashion information was also disseminated through newspapers, movies, and other media at that time. Published in 1926, such publications as Liang You and 369 have created fashion columns to introduce popular information at home and abroad through style stills and live photos, as well as fashion illustration. At the same time, publications such as Women and Girl mainly discuss women's living conditions in the society and introduce fashionable styles and fashions in Europe and the United States, so that people have a general framework for understanding fashion popular culture. Okay, that's all the content of this course. The content of next course will be the Chapter 5, the external communication of Chinese dress. See you next course.